You ever hear someone called a scientist in a sports context and immediately think, wait, are they talking about a lab coat or a playbook? That's exactly what happened when Oregon's new offensive coordinator, Drew Mehringer, got dubbed with that title by his players. But here's the thing, calling a coach a scientist isn't just a compliment, it's a loaded statement. It implies precision, strategy, and maybe even a touch of genius. But Mehringer? He's not here to blow your mind with complicated schemes. In fact, he's actively avoiding that. Why? Because in college football, where egos and expectations run wild, simplicity can be the ultimate weapon. Think about it, how many coaches have tried to outthink defenses only to watch their players crumble under the weight of complexity? Mehringer's approach? Stick to what works, trust the system, and let the players execute. It's not flashy, but it's smart. And honestly, in a world where every coach feels like they need to reinvent the wheel, this mindset is almost revolutionary. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Oregon's offense isn't going to look drastically different from last year. They're writing the same playbook that ranked 10th in the country. But Mehringer isn't just a passenger on this ride, he's the conductor. The challenge? Balancing continuity with innovation. You see, the players already know the system. The problem is, they've got to master it at a higher level. It's like being a chef who's been handed a 5-star recipe but needs to turn it into a Michelin meal. The ingredients are the same, but the execution? That's where the magic happens. And Mehringer's job? Making sure the kitchen doesn't burn the dish. He's not trying to overhaul the playbook, he's trying to refine it. But here's the catch, in a sport where every play can decide a championship, how do you tweak without breaking? It's a tightrope walk, and the stakes are huge. Let's talk about the real meat of this, the players. Dante Moore's back, the receivers are elite, and the offensive line? Well, they've got a leader in Pancho Lalulu who's basically the heartbeat of this unit. But even with talent, there's a vulnerability. Depth at wide receiver isn't proven, and the offensive line's youth could be a liability. Mehringer's job isn't just to coach, he's got to manage egos, nurture young talent, and keep everyone focused on the same goal. And don't forget, he's still learning. Yes, he's got the respect of his players, but he's not some seasoned guru. He's a coach figuring it out as he goes. What makes this fascinating is how rare that humility is in modern football. Most coordinators want to be seen as geniuses, but Mehringer's embracing the role of the student. It's almost refreshing in an industry that's obsessed with titles and ego. But here's the deeper question, why does this matter? Because it's a microcosm of what's happening in college football right now. Teams are realizing that complexity isn't always the answer. It's about efficiency, execution, and trust. Mehringer's approach isn't just about winning games, it's about building a culture where players feel confident in their roles. And that's something that can't be taught in a playbook. It's the intangible stuff, leadership, communication, and the ability to adapt. If you take a step back, this isn't just about Oregon's offense. It's about the future of coaching. Will we see more coordinators prioritize simplicity over spectacle? Or will the pressure to innovate keep pushing them toward overcomplication? The answer might lie in how this season unfolds. One thing's for sure, if Mehringer can keep it simple and let his players thrive, Oregon might just be onto something bigger than a single season. It could be the start of a new era in how we think about coaching, and maybe even how we think about success itself.